You've been told that anger is natural, that it's human, that it's a sign you care. But that's a lie. Anger isn't proof of strength. It's proof of attachment. It's proof that something outside of you still owns a part of you. The moment someone's words can shake your peace, you've given them control over your inner world. You don't get angry because people are cruel. You get angry because you still expect them not to be. Peace isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you train for. It's the art of no longer letting the noise touch the core. You will meet people who test you, who cut in line, who raise their voice, who lie, who twist your kindness into weakness. And you will feel that familiar fire rise. The heartbeat quickens. The jaw tightens. You replay what they said again and again. You imagine what you should have said back. You scroll. You think. You overthink. You try to let it go. But it lingers. It's not just about them. It's about the illusion that you need to defend yourself, that your peace depends on their respect. But what if I told you it doesn't? What if you could walk through disrespect and feel nothing? Not numb, not cold, just centered. That's real power. Not the power to control others, but the power to control your response to others. Think about your day. You check your phone and see a message that stings. Someone criticizes your work. Someone ignores your effort. You feel it instantly, a flash in your chest. That's your nervous system trying to protect you. Your mind interprets social rejection like physical pain. It floods your body with cortisol. Your heartbeat speeds up. Your body prepares to fight or flee. You're not weak for feeling it. You're simply untrained. Anger is energy without direction. Reaction without awareness. The average person lives as a slave to emotional reflexes built over years. Each insult, each judgment, each act of disrespect. They all hit the same unhealed place inside you. You think you're reacting to the present moment. You're not. You're reacting to the past, to memories of not being enough, to moments where you weren't seen, weren't valued, weren't respected. Every angry outburst is the echo of an old wound. And until you understand that, you'll keep letting strangers pull the strings of your peace. Your brain is built for survival, not serenity. It scans for threats, not truth. A raised eyebrow, a harsh word, a cold silence. Your brain flags it as danger. But the truth is, most of what threatens you today can't actually harm you. It can only disturb you, if you let it. So how do you stop being disturbed? How do you never get angry or bothered by anyone again? You learn to interrupt the loop. I call it the detachment loop. It begins the moment the trigger hits. Someone says something disrespectful. Your chest tightens. Your mind races to defend your image. That's the first moment. Awareness. You notice the surge, but you don't follow it. You let it rise. You breathe. One breath, slow, through the nose. Hold. Exhale. You name what's happening. This is irritation. Not I'm angry. Just, this is irritation. Labeling separates you from the feeling. It takes it from the subconscious storm into the conscious space. That space is freedom, because between stimulus and response, there is always a gap. That gap is where your power lives. Most people never live there. They react instantly, like animals startled by sound. They snap back. They argue. They try to win the moment. But you pause. You breathe. You remember, I don't need to win this. I need to stay free. And in that breath, something extraordinary happens. The body calms. Cortisol drops. Your rational brain re-engages. You reclaim control. That's step one of the detachment loop. Awareness. Step two is observation. You observe the other person, not as an enemy, but as a system reacting to their own pain. Every insult comes from insecurity. Every attack comes from inner chaos. They are not fighting you. They are fighting themselves. And you just happen to be there. When you understand this, their power collapses. Because how can you be angry at someone who's lost inside their own storm? You start seeing people differently. You see their pain behind their projection, their insecurity behind their arrogance, their fear behind their anger. And slowly, you stop taking things personally. Step 3, reframing. You turn the event into fuel. You tell yourself, this moment is my training. This is how I build inner strength. This is how I test my peace. Every trigger becomes a teacher, Every confrontation becomes a chance to evolve. And suddenly, instead of resisting life, you use it. You begin to smile when people test you, because you know they're not disturbing your peace, they're polishing it. That's the paradox of mastery. Peace is not the absence of chaos, it's the composure you bring into chaos. When someone cuts you off in traffic, that's the dojo. When someone mocks you online, that's the dojo. When someone betrays your trust, that's the dojo. Every discomfort is your chance to practice the detachment loop again. Awareness, observation, reframing. 3 steps, over and over, until one day it becomes automatic. You'll notice the same situations that once triggered you now feel empty. The same insults sound hollow. The same people lose their grip on you. You become untouchable. That's not arrogance. That's emotional discipline. When you stop reacting, you don't become passive. You become precise. Because now your response is a choice, not a reflex. You might still feel anger rise, but it no longer controls the narrative. It becomes a signal, a whisper saying, there's still something in you that needs your attention. So instead of projecting it outward, you turn inward. You ask, what am I protecting? What story am I defending? Often, anger is just fear in armor. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being small. Fear of losing control. But the truth is, you were never in control of others anyway. Only of your own state. When you realize this, peace stops being fragile. It becomes unbreakable. Let's slow down here. Imagine a moment. Someone disrespects you publicly. You feel that pulse in your chest. You want to answer, to prove them wrong, to stand tall. But instead, you breathe. You look at them. You see the child in them, still trying to be seen, and you stay silent. That silence isn't weakness. It's strength refined. It's the strength of knowing that peace is not reactive. It's responsive. It's deliberate. It's earned. And in that silence, something inside you shifts. You realize you no longer need the world to be kind, to be calm. You no longer need people to agree with you to feel grounded. You no longer need validation to feel secure. That's freedom. Most people think peace is about control. Control the noise. Control the people. Control the environment. But peace isn't about control. It's about release. Release of attachment. Release of expectation. Release of needing anything outside yourself to confirm your worth. The moment you release, anger dissolves. Because anger only survives in resistance. You can't be angry and free at the same time. So next time you feel that spark rise, pause, feel it. Don't fight it. Let it burn for a second. Then breathe it out. Each exhale is an act of letting go. Each breath is a small rebellion against chaos. You're not escaping emotion. You're mastering it. And mastery doesn't mean perfection. It means awareness again and again. You might slip. You might react. But even then, you return to stillness faster. That's progress. That's evolution. The more you practice the detachment loop, the more your nervous system rewires. New neural pathways form. Calm becomes your default state. The amygdala, your brain's alarm center, stops overfiring. Your prefrontal cortex, the seat of logic, stays online. Science calls it neuroplasticity. I call it inner training. Every repetition makes the pattern stronger. Every moment of restraint adds to your peace account. Soon your mind learns that not everything needs your reaction. That silence can be the most powerful answer. And that realization changes everything. You stop explaining yourself. You stop arguing to be understood. You stop defending your peace to people who thrive on chaos. Because peace doesn't need defense. It just needs discipline. Let others live in noise. You live in clarity. The world will keep testing you. But now you'll smile. Because you finally understand the game. It was never about them. It was always about you. How you hold yourself. How you breathe through the chaos. How you walk away without losing your balance. That's real strength. Not shouting louder. Not proving your point. Just not reacting. In time, you'll notice something else. People who once triggered you start to lose interest. They can't feed off your reaction anymore. And when they can't disturb you, they move on. The universe mirrors your state. When you're calm, life aligns around that calm. When you're angry, it multiplies situations to justify your anger. So be careful what energy you choose to train. Each thought is a rep. Each emotion is a workout. You're either training chaos or composure. And the gym is life itself. Remember this, No one can take your peace without your permission. No insult, no betrayal, no rejection, unless you hand it to them. So guard your attention like treasure. Protect your inner dialogue like it's sacred. Because it is, the world outside will always fluctuate. But your inner world, that's your kingdom. And in that kingdom you decide the weather today. You choose stillness. Tomorrow, someone will test it. But that's fine, because now you know what to do. Awareness, observation, reframing. 3 quiet moves, executed with grace. Until peace becomes second nature, breathe in. Let go, smile, slightly. No one can disturb you now. You've seen through the illusion that people's behavior has the power to define your state. They don't. Only your awareness does. And the more you practice, the more you understand the truth. You are never reacting to them. You are only reacting to your own thoughts about them. Change the thought, and the world changes. So next time someone tries to get under your skin, remember, there is no under. There is only the surface, and beyond that, the vast space of awareness. Stay there, in that vastness, unmoved, unbothered, unattached, because stillness isn't emptiness. It's awareness without reaction.